And we welcome you to our coverage of the 2026 Junior and Senior Nexus Championships presented by Osaka, USA Field Hockey's 10-day long extravaganza here at the Regional Training Center in Virginia Beach with various age divisions, U14, U16, U18, and U21 taking place right here in the heart of the 757 at the Regional Training Center in Virginia Beach today. It's under 14, and our gold medal match featuring Belgium wearing the blue uniforms taking on Chile in the white jerseys. Glad you're with us. Matthew Hatfield here as we bring this broadcast on Kova Sports TV. And our stream today brought to you by the great folks at CHKD, Children's Hospital of the King's Daughters. I think we're going to take a quick pause for the playing of the national anthem, so we'll come right back here on Kova Sports TV. So you heard the playing of our national anthem here on this Saturday in July. It's a pretty warm one, but you see some cloud cover as well. 87 degrees with a heat index of 96. And as we mentioned, Belgium wearing the white uniforms today. Check that, the blue uniforms today. Belgium coached by Hallie Rieger. And in the white jerseys, Chile coached by Haley Buffenbarger. We'll give you the roster rundowns for these teams in a moment, but to tell you a little bit more about this venue and this event, of course, taking place on the water-based AstroTurf field here at the Regional Training Center in Virginia Beach, which has been the surface for so many great events with USA Field Hockey, and the athletes are selected for the NXC, beginning with Nexus training weekends that take place across the country in the spring. And then from those training weekends, the top athletes are invited to attend additional training weekends in the form of regional selection camps. Athletes then from these camps are selected to attend the prestigious NXC. And being selected to the NXC is the next step in the Olympic development pathway and tryout process for the junior development and senior U.S. women's national team. So this is a really prestigious event and a neat opportunity for these young ladies to compete here today. And again, we have a pretty compelling matchup. 3-0-1 is the record for Belgium. 16 goals scored, 5 allowed so far in the event, while Chile at 4-0, perfect record. 11 goals scored, 5 allowed. We'll tell you how they got there in just a bit, but we'll give you the roster rundown in numerical order as well. And again, the blue uniforms, you see Belgium out there, as we mentioned, coached by Hallie Rieger. They are led in, of course, by these players that we're now going to mention to you from Shaker Heights, Ohio. Midfielder forward Carson Borstein, wearing number 1. Wearing number 2 from Glen Allen, Virginia, is a forward and back by the name of Sloan Burnett. Number 3, Kendall Burns from Harleysville, Pennsylvania, a forward for Belgium. Number 4 is J.C. Gabrish, Sykesville, Maryland, back in midfielder. Number 5, Peyton Givens. That name might ring a bell to some out there because she's played with the prestigious WC Eagles club team. Peyton Givens, the Belgium forward and midfielder from Manheim, Pennsylvania, wearing number 5. India Graham, number 6 from Houston, Texas, a midfielder and forward. 7 is Sydney Grossman from Dover, Massachusetts, a back and midfielder. Number 8, Cortland Kunkel from York, Pennsylvania, a forward and midfielder. Number 9, Isla Martinez from Bel Air, Texas, midfielder and forward. Number 10, Adeline Mowry from York, Pennsylvania, a midfielder and forward. Charlotte Olson from Crofton, Maryland, is wearing number 11. Kylie Orange wearing number 12 from Cinnamon, New Jersey, a back and midfielder. 13, Emmy Shoshnek from St. Louis, Missouri, a midfielder and back. 14 is Ava Bull from Leslie, New York, midfielder and back. 15 is Zayla White. As we watch an early opportunity, it's going to result in a corner here. We'll stop there with, well, number 14, Zayla White, number 15, by the way, from Turner, Maine, midfielder and forward for Belgium as we get the first corner coming up for Belgium. It's going to be put into play here for them. You see in the middle of your screen 13, who we just mentioned, Emmy Soshnik, as well as number 5, Peyton Givens. They get it into Givens, and that one's going to be partially deflected there by Alexandra McKinney, the goalkeeper for Chile, who ironically enough was a teammate with Peyton Givens for WC Eagles, which just completed its run here recently with another trio of championships at the training center for all the age divisions. With the NCC event that just wrapped up earlier this month, we watched going down the field on the near side with possession is Brinley Cleary. Great maneuver and a nice pass inside. Double team comes and they get it away from Adriana Lahoric. It's going to come out here on the hop to Belgium to finish up their roster. Mentioned Sailor White's number 15 from Turner, Maine, number 16 Lucy Whitmore from Bel Air, Maryland, a back and forward, and the goalkeeper 137 Casey Moran from Essex Fells, New Jersey. Almost 5 minutes going by in this opening period. You see on the reset now Isla Martinez. They pull it out towards midfield. There's Ava Vuel. Good feed there to Soshnik. Runs it down along the far sideline. Player lost her footing for a brief moment, but was able to maintain the balance. Not sure that defender was for Chile. A little turn maneuver for India Graham. Then you see the pressure being applied by Annika Dodge, number 18 from Baltimore, Maryland, in white for Chile. And she stays right after it. Great hustle there to stop any shot attempt for Belgium as they were getting closer to the shooter circle area. But here's a little swipe, and now they get into the circle. Belgium pressing forward, again averaging 4 goals per game in this event so far. Belgium getting to this point. We'll give the roster here in a moment for Chile. Belgium making it this far thanks to their opening win 5-3 over Spain, which was more of the close affair. They had a 5-1 win over Ireland, the draw with New Zealand yesterday, 1 apiece, and then the 5-0 shutout of England earlier in our semifinals. England will be taking on the United States in the third place matchup coming up after this one is done here on Cova Sports TV. So we've ticked under 10 minutes to go in our opening stanza. Great effort there for 23 in white as Adriana Lehoureux has it again. Takes a couple of hops into the shooter circle, but coming away with it in blue for Belgium. You see them on the move on the near side of your screen. Number 11, Charlotte Olsen. And then taking a spill there and losing her stick as she hit the turf for Chile in white. Watch them reset. They go back to work defensively, but taking that fall was 27, Aliyah Muhammad. Possession time been controlled more by Belgium so far in this one. As that one goes out of play, gives us a chance to start the roster rundown for Chile and Coach Haley Buffenbarger's team from Bristol, Rhode Island. The midfielder and forward wearing number 17 is Brinley Cleary from the class of 2031. Annika Dodge, we mentioned her earlier, number 18 from Baltimore, Maryland, a back and midfielder. Another midfielder and back is Alois Edwards, number 19 from San Francisco, California. Hailing from Sykesville, Maryland, is a forward and midfielder, Brinkley Falble. Brinkley Falble wearing number 20. 21 is Quinn Hong from Manhasset, New York, midfielder and forward for Chile. 22 is Samantha Holman from Mullica Hill, New Jersey, forward and midfielders. We watch on the move there for Chile. For that one gets a little bit out of reach and rolls out of play. We mentioned Adriana Lehoureux from Sutton, Massachusetts, forward and midfielder, wearing 23 for Chile. Allie McCormick from Schwenksville, Pennsylvania, is a midfielder and forward wearing 24. Number 25 is Molly Malloy Out of Winston-Salem, North Carolina, a midfielder and back. 26 is Brinley Martelli. More on her in a moment. From Moseley, Virginia, forward and midfielder wearing 26 for Chile. 27, you mentioned Aaliyah Muhammad a moment ago from Houston, Texas. Midfielder and back. So many great players have come from the state of Texas, the Lone Star State. Marikat Ronhart wearing 28 from Leesburg, Virginia, another in-state homegrown talent, forward and midfielder, 28 for Chile. They actually have two Virginia players on this roster for Chile. Raheth Sandu from Lafayette, California is a back and midfielder wearing 29 for the gals in white from Chile. Samantha Swetner from Lancaster, Pennsylvania is a midfielder and back wearing 30. 31 is Hannah Twilley from East Newmarket, Maryland, a midfielder and back. Hannah Twilley wearing 31. Susanna Weiss from Ann Arbor, Michigan, a midfielder and back wearing 32 for Chile. And rounding out the roster, as previously alluded to, Alexandra McKinney from Audubon, Pennsylvania, goalkeeper for Chile. As Chile's on the move here. That one getting knocked away. But on the ricochet, almost popped in there, as that one nearly squeezed through for a goal as it rolls out by the NLV production sign. Go look at some of the fans on this warm Saturday afternoon in Virginia Beach. Got a lot of cloud cover, but keeping the fingers crossed we keep one of those thunder boomers and the precipitation away. As on the reset here, it's Quinn Hong. Makes a nifty pass over to Alois Edwards, being chased down by Sloan Burnett. Just outside the shooter circle, a little spin move for that twirl, and it's going to be a whistle that means we have a corner coming up, the first one of this opening frame for Chile. So Belgium had one earlier that came up empty. Now Chile, which is averaging just under 3 goals per game in this event. We'll tell you how they got to this championship matchup out of Division A in a moment. Belgium out of Division C with Spain, New Zealand, and Ireland. Chile competing with Australia, Netherlands, and Japan, as it'll be number 32 coming up for Chile in white. Susanna Weiss from Ann Arbor, Michigan. Gets it in. Hong has it. You see the stick of number 9 got in the way, and then the diving attempt from the goalkeeper for Belgium. Another effort, third try, no good, as Moran made some hustle. We saw Isla Martinez initially get her stick in the way of that. Some great effort, both sides, second and third tries. As we tick under 5 minutes to go in this opening quarter between Chile and Belgium. I mentioned we'd tell you more about Brinley Martelli earlier out of Moseley, Virginia. And some might be interested to know that she's got a couple of famous coaches in her family. Her grandfather, Phil Martelli, coached decades in college basketball, St. Joseph's, one of the more accomplished coaches in college basketball. Her uncle is VCU current head men's basketball coach, Phil Martelli Jr., and her father is the associate head coach, Jimmy Martelli. And, of course, she has later on today a twin sister by the name of Avery, who will be competing for the United States team in our third-place matchup. I'm sure the Martelli family making it a day here, whether they're in person or watching online through Cova Sports TV. As that one's going to roll out of play there by the NLVProductions.com sign. And you can check out USAFieldHockey.com for a wealth of information on the Junior and Senior Nexus Championships presented by Osaka. You can see the rosters, the schedule, all the information about the stream and social media pages and everything right there at your fingertips, including the Turning Machine app that's available to view the schedule and results for all the age divisions here with USA Field Hockey. Another great play there by Isla Martinez defensively. We've seen her get involved not only in that penalty corner moments ago, but they're just taking it away from Alois Edwards. And she's a player perhaps to keep an eye on right there in front of the Osaka sign. Across the way. Look at all the fans watching. You see behind that on field 2 also a game going on. Folks love coming to Virginia Beach. It's a wonderful vacation spot and also a terrific place here to check out all this field hockey action wall to wall for 10 days with the Junior and Senior Nexus Championships as we hit under 3 minutes to go in this opening period. Another chance here for Chile to get in a rhythm. But that one got partially deflected. They try to make the pass up ahead, just a little bit out of reach of the intended target. I think they're trying to get to the Brinkley foul ball. Now from the side, we'll see a long hit up ahead by number 16, Lucy Whitmore. On the move on the far side of the field, Zayla White trying to keep it going and ends up rolling out of play. Of course, we mentioned that you have not just this matchup going on right now, but you have another game going on over there on field 2, which features Scotland and South Africa as we speak. Final couple of minutes here, and you see a smattering of fans under the tent. Still warm under the tent, but maybe not as warm. Here we go on the move. Look at this. Going almost all the way to the net was Brinley Cleary, the Rhode Island product, showing some of her skills in the open field before it was stopped there. Now Ava Voal up ahead for Belgium. Another nifty play, and there's the pass into the circle. They've got someone in position, and that one just hits the near post side. Just a tough angle for Brinley Cleary, allowing Casey Moran to get her footing and repositioned around the net. But that was nearly a tap-in goal, as the threat was definitely put together by Chile. Long hit up ahead. They try to get it into enemy territory, but it goes out of play. See a number of those young ladies cooling off under the tents. Athletes taking advantage of the recovery zone brought to them today by Capelli Sport. The recovery zone providing a quiet space where the athletes can hydrate, get out of the heat, stretch, and relax after competition. Just outside the shooter circle, double team applied with Belgium. Keeping possession though, Allie McCormick. It feels like a swarm of bees are after her. She's getting defenders from all angles after her. Now Sloan Burnett's gonna tap it over to a teammate as the final few seconds of this scoreless first quarter tick away and the horn sounds. So we head to the second. Nobody has scored yet, but a good battle going on between Belgium and Chile. One empty corner for each side, and we've got second quarter action coming your way in the Junior and Senior Nexus Championships presented by Osaka through USA Field Hockey right here on Cova Sports TV.
What does happiness mean to you?
Being in the ocean with you, watching you catch super fun waves.
In Virginia Beach, happiness is breaking barriers and savoring the sunshine.
I couldn't pick a better place or a better person to be with. This is what makes me happy.
Happiness is going all out.
And taking it all in.
Here, happiness is whatever you make it. Find yours in Virginia Beach.
Grow the game.
Grow the game.
Grow the game.
Grow the game!
Grow the game.
Grow the game.
Grow the game.
Grow the game.
You've watched enough field hockey to know when somebody has it, the thing that can't be coached. That's what our analysts wake up every morning to do. Find what's coming to the stock market before everyone else is talking about it. We find the next big trends in finance, then we bring them to you, MarketWise. proud sponsor of USA Field Hockey, because the best investments in athletes and in markets start with knowing what to look for. See for yourself at marketwise-usa.com.
And we're back here at the Regional Training Center in Virginia Beach. It's the U14 Junior and Senior Nexus Championships presented by Osaka Hockey here in Virginia Beach, Virginia on this 11th day of July. It's Saturday. Matthew Hatfield here with you. And Belgium and Chile scoreless here. Chile in the white uniforms, Belgium in the blue. A couple of tremendous goalkeepers today, especially Alexander McKinney from Pennsylvania, who we've watched before with WC Eagles, as well as Casey Moran, as you're seeing two of the very best, regardless of age divisions here. And on the move here to begin the second period, you saw Kendall Burns have it for a brief moment until she is tracked down from behind by Brinley Martelli. We mentioned that Brinley Martelli earlier, and of course twin sister Avery coming up later on. But hey, people have World Cup fever all over the globe right now with soccer as we're getting ready to get down to the Final Four of that. A couple of matchups in the quarterfinals today. Of course, you got France and Spain in soccer coming up on Tuesday. But what about the World Cup for field hockey? Are you all in? Yeah, USA Field Hockey World Cup, August 15th. Not only does it mean the athletes give everything they have, every rep, every play, every moment with no excuses and no holding back, it's also a movement that fans can get behind, showing up, believing in the team, and bringing energy that lifts them on the field. All In, powered by Capelli Sport, is a nationwide campaign celebrating the U.S. women's national team's qualification for the Field Hockey World Cup. Yeah, FIH Hockey World Cup 2026. As we watch that one get booted away there in red, a keeper. Good job there once again by McKinney. But All In, yeah, that's the mantra right now. And fueling the road ahead, building on this achievement, All In will highlight the moments that define the team's journey as they prepare to compete on the world stage. Fans can look forward to exclusive features, athlete highlights, behind-the-scenes storytelling, event activations, roster reveals, giveaways, limited edition merchandise, and more. The campaign invites the entire field hockey community to rally behind the team, show their support, and go all in together. So there you have it. Go to usafieldhockey.com for more. And oh, by the way, if you come out here through July 19th to the Regional Training Center, there's a keychain that you can get in the All In tent. They actually have the sticker here. All In's pretty cool. I'll tell you what, this is some fantastic stuff with All In that they've got going on here with the Junior and Senior Nexus Championship. So get your keychain, the All In keychain. And again, don't forget the World Cup for field hockey is coming up August 15th for Team USA. We're still scoreless, 11 and a half minutes to go in this first half between Belgium and Chile. A couple of opportunities on the move moments ago, but one corner that was empty for each side in the first frame. And now they're going to signal with a reset, which will be possession to Chile. It gets set out of play to the far side right there by some of the Nexus sign. You see all these fans that have come out today to watch this matchup. And it's a pretty compelling one. That one getting away from Belgium. Now Chile has it only for a brief moment before Belgium gets it back. They send it the other direction. Back towards their net will be run down by Eva Vuel. Have to be careful here making some of these cross-field passes because it can take Chile just a moment to jump in front of one and have a chance for a shot on goal as they're getting downhill quickly on this. A little over 10 minutes to go in the first half. JC Gabrish, one of the smaller yet feisty competitors out there for this side-in entry. Gets it into Isla Martinez. We've called her name out a couple of different times in this first half. Has a different spring to her step, and that one gets away. For those that want to know more about Osaka Field Hockey, OsakaWorld.com online. You can also follow them on Instagram at Osaka Hockey. Osaka World is the leading sports and lifestyle brand in field hockey. Padel and other sports shop directly for Osaka hockey sticks, hockey stick bags, and so much more. Again, online at OsakaWorld.com. And some great Osaka merch here when you come to the RTC, the Regional Training Center in Virginia Beach, as we approach 9 minutes left in this second period. On the move again here, it's Chile. They get by Gabrish. She's trying to run down the one with possession. She's got a teammate to her right trying to make that pass. It's going to be Martelli. Brindley loses it from behind, though. Great play defensively by Emmy Soshnik to finally slow her down. She had a full head of steam for a moment. Once she got past one wave of defense. A little bit of a breeze here with some of those flags whipping around. It's been awful humid across the entire East Coast for that matter, but certainly here in Virginia the last several days. A couple of battles there, and this time Susanna Weiss and Chile with it. Brindley Cleary into the attacking third, now trying to threaten into the shooter's circle, their offensive zone. This is where they want to operate. And that one's going to be on the near post side, right in front of Moran, the keeper for Belgium. Two defenders crowding right there, but it's going to be scored in the goal. And it's going to be on the board for Chile. That is none other than Brindley Cleary. Number 17, scoring it with 7.5 minutes to go in our first half. Brindley Cleary out of Bristol, Rhode Island. Making it happen. You could see it was getting closer and closer to Chile having that chance to break the ice, and they did just that. Brindley does it. Also a standout athlete in outdoor track and field, and of course we see some of her athletic ability and speed in this matchup in the open field settings. And here on the move again now, a chance for Chile to try to add. They get by one defender. Second one's going to finally stop, though. On the move was Susanna Weiss. Gabrish pushed it out for a brief moment. But now they're going to huddle and get this corner up. Second one of the half for Chile. That's going to be Brinkley Falble. See a couple of teammates of Casey Moran trying to keep her upbeat. They don't want to fall behind 2 goals before halftime as we hit under 6 minutes to go. Missing on that first initial swipe at it. And it's going to be a break, a big one for Belgium, who now is going to have a chance for a breakaway into Chile territory. They can't connect on the pass up ahead to Carson Borstein, but she'll pull it out to a teammate to get this reorganized. There's Adeline Mowry, whose pass gets intercepted. Great job by Chile defensively to halt that transition opportunity. Looked like Belgium was getting ready to have a chance to get in the shooter's circle, trailing it by a goal. A little more than halfway through this second quarter. Lone goal scored so far by Brindley Cleary of Chile. It's their 12th goal as a team here in this event. In our U14 division, don't forget we have a third place consolation matchup coming up with England and United States after this one is done. Belgium, of course, able to beat England 5-0, while it was Chile eking out a 3-2 win over the United States earlier in our semifinals. Here's Chile on the push again. But Gabrish getting right in the way, and she's the smallest one out there, but a couple of times she's been able to be pesky here for Chile, trying to get that second goal. It's it near the far side. See riding right behind her, though. Looks like that's Weiss again. Number of talented athletes competing in this one. I'll tell you a few I like so far for Chile would be Cleary, number 17. Of course, like what I've seen from Martelli, 26. And goes without saying, Alexandra McKinney, one of the best goalkeepers, period. Also, Weiss, 32, has been a little bit of a big boost in this quarter for them. Making things happen as Belgium's getting touches, but they're just not getting a lot of clear breaks other than that one they had a couple of minutes ago. That one gets sent all the way to the Grow the Game signage. Make sure you follow USA Field Hockey through all the different social platforms, IG, Facebook, and Instagram. Oh, good to know. Found out that Brinley Cleary's mom played Division I field hockey. Is that at UVM? From University of Vermont. How about that? Really cool. So a little connection there. That's something we've talked about in some of our previous broadcasts, the number of athletes that compete. We mentioned it with the Martelli sisters, but that have older siblings that have played sports, or mom played, aunt played, sister played field hockey. It's neat, some of those, the bloodlines, the lineage, and it's no surprise that some of those athletes excel so much when they get to these events. Here along the near side. Good battle for it there between Kendall Burns of Belgium as well as Chile's Samantha Sweetener. Looks like this one's going to be put in on the side in with Sweetener. Under 2 minutes to go in this first half. Pretty competitive one, but Chile with the advantage so far, 1-0 on the scoreboard. Trying to cap off a perfect 5-0 weekend here in Virginia Beach to get the gold. Belgium has other ideas. We'll try to regroup at halftime. They want to get to halftime only trailing by 1. If they can get a chance to even tie it up, that'd be better for them. But right now, they're going to have to avoid another corner opportunity for Chile. It's third of the... Nope, check that. They're going to... thought the official signal was a corner, but they're going to actually continue play on. That one poked away. Getting in front of it for Belgium was India Graham. Twist, but then her pass right there where Samantha Swintner's waiting for it. They find Weiss again. Works her way to the shooter circle. That one just trickled away. Nearly another little tap-in goal for Chile. Adriana Leroux. As the clock ticks down, under 40 seconds to go in this first half. Near side, Chile. They want to be greedy here before halftime. See if they get that 2-goal insurance lead to really demoralize Belgium as they head to the break. Here's Weiss. It was going to the far side now with it. It's Quinn Hong. Weiss got bumped a little bit from behind. It ends up being a pass that was intercepted, and now Gabrish will have the final stick-to-ball connection as halftime is here. Belgium trails Chile 1-0 in this Junior and Senior Nexus Championship presented by Osaka, U14 division. We've got halftime with the break here, and we'll come back with third quarter action from the Regional Training Center in Virginia Beach. All brought to you today by Osaka, and our stream here presented by CHKD Sports Medicine, the Children's Hospital of the King's Daughters. You can find them online at chkd.org. We'll be back in just a little bit right here on Cova Sports TV.
Same as lame. Field hockey players have stick. They've got vibe. They've got that tuning fork in their hearts that goes off when a ball thumps the backboard of a goal. Field hockey is for the mold breakers, the convention challengers, the trailblazers, people who think outside the box and come alive inside the circle. Sure, there will always be those who mindlessly take the road more traveled, think the same, do the same, play the same. Field hockey players know that the strength of the pack is the wolf, and that the strength of the wolf is the pack. We know we're different, and we're proud of it. It's how we stand out. It's how we fit in. Like eagles, we soar individually, yet value family and togetherness highly. Join us. We're the minority of millions that get it. There's a stick waiting to be picked up, lifelong friendships to be made, goals to be a part of, victories, defeats, draws, and more. Stories to be told, with you, by you, of you. There's a field hockey team waiting to be called yours. Game on. Dare to differ.
Pain and Gain, your one-stop shop for all things field hockey. Located in Princess One Shopping Center, Virginia Beach, we carry everything you need on the turf, from black sticks, turf shoes, mouth guards, and much more. Try out your stick before you buy it in our synthetic turf area. Pain and Gain. Embrace the pain, enjoy the game.
Life moves fast, but when that Freddy's hits, you can't help but slow down. Freddy's, this is the good stuff.
With 4 Hampton Roads area locations, Freddy's is just a short trip away.
I'm Mike Rowe. Welcome to the most honest commercial you're going to see all day.
Today, we're fixing sagging floors.
The problem is that moisture that we're trying to control has gotten to the wood already, and it's called this side of the home to drop. So if you have cracks around your door frame, if you have those squeaky floors or bouncy floors, most of the time we can fix that.
Get a free and honest inspection with JES Foundation Repair, a groundworks company.
For any athlete, making it to the top sometimes comes with a few steps back. That's why there's CHKD Sports Medicine. Advanced diagnostics, treatment, and rehabilitation for sports injuries, just for young athletes like yours.
You know when somebody has it, the thing that can't be coached. We see the same thing in the markets every day. Opportunity, we find it first, then we bring it to you. MarketWise, proud sponsor of USA Field Hockey. MarketWise-USA.com.
Difference so far in this U14 matchup with USA Field Hockey in the gold medal match. It's been the goal scored by Brindley Cleary for Chile, which came with about 7.5 minutes to go in our second quarter as we're getting ready for the third quarter here on Cova Sports TV. Our game today on the stream brought to you by CHKD, Children's Hospital of the King's Daughters. You can find out more about CHKD online at chkd.org. Health, healing, hope for all children, and also read about the Top Doc All-Stars when you visit the website today. And, of course, our USA Field Hockey Extravaganza through July 19th here at the Regional Training Center, brought to you by the great folks at Osaka. Learn more online at osakaworld.com, and also follow the Instagram page at Osaka Hockey, where you can experience world-class hockey live. I understand they're giving away tickets, all kinds of great things when you go up there on Osaka on the IG. 1-0 lead for Chile, as that one's going to be along the far sideline here. Chile in the white uniforms, Belgium in the blue jerseys. So far, 3 corners for Chile, just 1 for Belgium. And that one goes right there by the NLV Productions banner. And speaking of NLV Productions, Next Level Video offering live streaming and also streaming available for purchase. It's for each age division. You can see it online. As we mentioned, nlvproductions.com. Go check it out. You can see the different packages and the great keepsakes that a lot of the family members and fans love to have. It's always one of those things that you don't think of it at the time how important or meaningful it might be to these young ladies competing in the families, but then it's one of those things when you wish you had it, you didn't have it. You go, oh my goodness, I wish I had this. And it's a great thing to have with nlvproductions.com. We watch Chile once again trying to threaten. They're going from right to left on our screen. And now left to right, it is Belgium in the blue as they operate on the turf here at the Regional Training Center. Looking for someone to be a playmaker here in the second half. Again, Belgium had just the 1 draw, but here's Chile in the circle yet again. A couple of blue shirts in the way. Nearly a connection between Molly Malloy, 25, and Brinley Cleary, 17, who scored the lone goal so far. As there's a close-up look at Casey Moran, the goalkeeper from Essex Falls, New Jersey. Oh, almost got tripped up there. You see Peyton Givens and Aliyah Muhammad. Chile not running to be so methodical with this 1-goal lead. They would like to get that second goal advantage to really put Belgium on its heels. Nice job of stepping through, getting away from the defender. Trying to evade another one is going to cut her off potentially. Isla Martinez on the move. Chance to be one-on-one with the keeper. And eventually catching up to her at the last moment was Hannah Twilley. But you see Martinez's upside there, the 2031 talent. And again, high school graduating classes for these players in this game, all of them from 2031 and 2032, with the exception of one player, Brinkley Falble, number 20 from the class of 2033. Makes me feel old when I remember covering athletes when they had classes of 2002 and 2003. Here we are in the 2030s with their graduating classes. Belgium now. Good feed up ahead. And that one on the far post side, it takes a bounce off the post. India Graham, though, now with a chance. Peyton Givens unable to maintain the hop on that toss over. I want to thank our camera operator today, Nick Senti, here for giving you the angles and the shots today. And yes, I'm still talking to Nick, even though his Vikings took the quarterback from my Cardinals. Don't worry about that, ladies and gents. Cardinals weren't winning too many games with or without him. 9.5 minutes to go in the third. 1-0 lead for Chile. And I didn't buy a Kyler Murray jersey anyway, so it's not that big a deal. If I did, I'd be a little upset. Here's Chile. Trying to dig out of its own end. Look at the sprinting here. Falble's on the move with it. The youngest competitor out there against the smallest one out there in Gabrish. There's a neat little one-on-one matchup. She gets rid of it over to Leharu. Trying to chase it down to Samantha Holman. Missed that first look at it, and then it's going to get away, and now Belgium will have possession. Again, you go to usafieldhockey.com. All the information's up there, from the college coach list to the medal matches, links to watch them, to how you can purchase the highlights and stream through NLV, and the rosters available, as well as the links to Tourney Machine with the schedule and the scores for these 2026 Junior and Senior Nexus Championships that'll take us through July the 19th. That is a week from tomorrow, I should say, next Sunday, to close things out. And by the way, one of the things that you do here with USA Field Hockey and at this event is each year during the Nexus Championships, USA Field Hockey hosts a fundraising raffle that benefits the future of the field hockey community. All the funds raised in the raffle help make field hockey more accessible and inclusive to all aspiring athletes in the player pathway who would otherwise be unable to participate without financial assistance. The financial assistance given each year allows more than 100 athletes to participate in the Olympic development pathway. So if you come out to this event, get yourself a raffle ticket. You never know what it may do. And it does cost to participate in all these different sports. We hear about it with club sports, with field hockey, with soccer, lacrosse, travel baseball, travel basketball, football. No question about it. All of them cost. And supporting these athletes and their futures, never a bad thing. As we tick under 7 minutes to go in the third period. Near side, here's the side in for Chile. Airborne. Well, a few times we've seen it be airborne here in this matchup. Carson Borstein has it. Can't get away from Alois Edwards, though, who zips it up ahead. Borstein, though, coming right back defensively before she's doubled up. And Borstein going back in the other direction. Once again, Foul stepping in the fray. Misses that initial hit. Ball squirts away over to Weiss. Now gets it ahead to Holman. Holman's got it into the circle. Tricky angle, but nearly had that setup shot for a teammate to get one on goal. Chile trying to put one more in the back of the cage to increase its advantage. Belgium on the move. You see running into the screen defensively is Brindley Cleary. Falbel couldn't handle that one. Brish got it over to a teammate on the move. From Burnett over to Martinez. Here's Martinez again in the circle. Isla Martinez really is the one for Belgium you feel like has to be the playmaker, because she's got a lot of ability, especially when she gets space to operate. From Bel Air, Texas. Part of that Texas Pride Field Hockey Club team. It's been part of their travel team since U10 level. And here, 4 minutes to go in this third quarter. Yet to get a corner in this period. I think we've only got, what now, 4 for the game? Hasn't been a whole lot of them. Be curious to see if the third place game will be as competitive as this one has been. Looking at some of the numbers, England comes in at 2-1-1, 6 goals scored, 7 surrendered. United States at 3-1 with 17 goals scored, 9 allowed. They were much more competitive in their semifinal with Chile falling 3-2, whereas England could not hang with Belgium, which pitched a 5-0 shutout. Right now, Belgium's getting blanked for the moment, 1-0. As we watch Chile send it up ahead, and that one gets away from Belgium's chasing Avovwell. Right in front of that CHKD Sports Medicine tent. Still outside the shooter's circle, and losing the handle on it was McCormick. Belgium can't make him pay, though, as they get possession right back. A little bit of a tug of war here between the 40s, as they like to say. That probably favors the team in front right now in Chile. As it gets hit all the way up ahead and out of play. Side in from the far side here for Chile. Zayla White trying to maintain it for Belgium. Now, can Belgium come up with some type of strategy here? We'll see if they change the tempo up, slow it up a little more to prevent Chile from using its speed in the open pitch. But Belgium right now not keeping possession for very long stretches. To see if they can even put a little pressure on McKinney, the stellar goalkeeper for Chile. Here's Charlotte Olsen as they're getting closer to that opportunity, though. You see a couple of the reach-ins. Great effort defensively. I think that might have been Annika Dodge. You couldn't tell that number on that sequence. Right now, though, with it is Brinley Martelli. Zaps it up ahead. Another teammate on the run. See if they find her on the move here. Holman's possibly waiting for it. Beg your pardon. Leharu waiting for it. Off the rebound. And they say it's going to go back the other direction to Belgium. Good job of moving the feet by Casey Moran and Keep. As two players for Chile, including Leharu. We're trying to capitalize. Huang's got it over to Cleary. Cleary showing her savvy and stick work. Weiss got it to Malloy. And once again, Chile dominating time of possession and field positioning. As we've hit under a minute to go in this third quarter, as the time's just evaporated on Belgium. Trying to escape Voile defensively for Belgium. They get out of danger. Zayla White has it. And the final couple of seconds tick down. Horn sounds, and we head to the final stanza with Chile leading Belgium 1-0. It was a scoreless first quarter, scoreless third in between. Brinley Cleary with the lone goal for Chile. Now just one period away from finishing 5-0 and capturing the goal in this U14 matchup. It's the Junior and Senior Nexus Championships with USA Field Hockey presented by Osaka. We'll be back in a bit right here on Kova Sports TV.
Welcome to Lucky Oyster. The food is fresh and it's all coastal energy. From coastal favorites to wings, burgers, and more. Open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner with weekly specials and a can't miss happy hour. Our private room is perfect for holiday parties, birthdays, and team celebrations. Explore our in-house retail shop for our locally crafted goods. We proudly support local charities, schools, and sports teams throughout the year. Lucky Oyster, more than just seafood, it's a lifestyle.
Looking for next-level wellness, recovery, and longevity in coastal Virginia? Hydration IV and Wellness Spa in Virginia Beach delivers elite care. From IV hydration and vitamin injections like B12, glutathione, and NAD, to medical weight loss, recovery therapies, and advanced longevity treatments. We also offer Botox and aesthetic services so you can look as good as you feel. Enjoy a premium wellness experience with convenient mobile options. Optimize your health, elevate your wellness, extend your longevity. Visit hydrationiv.com, hydration spelled with an I, or download the Hydration app to book today.
Authentic Italian cuisine can be found in just one place in Hampton Roads, Il Giardino Ristorante in Virginia Beach. Il Giardino offers veal, seafood, chicken, pasta, vegetarian, and pizza creations. Add the sounds of the piano bar and lounge, and it's no wonder Il Giardino is such a popular local spot. Open daily at 5 p.m.
Ready to take the next step in your manufacturing career? At Acoustical Sheet Metal Company, you're not just stepping into a role, you're building a career. We're hiring supervisors and assistant supervisors to lead teams, drive production, and grow into senior leadership. ASC offers reliable work, competitive benefits, training assistance, and real opportunities to grow. And it all happens in a culture built on safety, teamwork, and doing things the right way. The ASC way. Start your next chapter today at ascjobs.com.
Acoustical Sheet Metal Company, Lucky Oyster, Il Giardino. Big thanks to so many of those supporters that help make our streams possible for you here on Cova Sports TV. You can find out more about all those different places online, like luckyoystervb.com. Of course, Il Giardino, that's ILGIARDINO.com. And for Acoustical Sheet Metal Company, acousticalsheetmetal.com. Our stream today brought to you by CHKD Sports Medicine, which you can find online at chkd.org. It's the U14 gold medal match. Chile on top of Belgium 1-0. If you're just joining us now, Chile's, we say, first of all, where have you been? But Chile's in the white uniforms, Belgium in the blue jerseys. In white, wearing number 17, Brindley Cleary from the class of 2031, a midfielder and forward from Bristol, Rhode Island, scored the only goal we've had so far with about 7.5 minutes to go in our second period. No penalty corners, no scoring in that third quarter. A little bit of a tug of war, if you will, but Chile continued to hold most of the possession time and field position in its favor. Belgium yet to get a shot on goal against Alexandra McKinney. And now on the move, Cleary might have lost her footing a bit, and then she goes down. Let's see if she's okay. I hope she did not twist an ankle or something. She's in some pain. And a couple of players for Belgium actually waving over. Ooh, and she did that left leg ankle, took an awkward fall on it. Let's hope Cleary is all right. I hate to see that. I mentioned earlier her mom was a standout at Vermont. And right now she's been, in many ways, the MOP of this game, most outstanding player. So we'll keep an eye on that here with 11 minutes and change to go. What kind of an impact this has on the rest of our match. So it's going to be a battle for possession here between 32 in white, Zuzana Weiss, and 5, Peyton Givens in blue for Belgium. And it results in Chile having it until it hops out. Belgium with a chance to get near midfield with possession. They do get it, though, eventually. A couple of taps at it, and then once more, Chile regaining possession. Just their alert, quick recovery, allowing them to keep Belgium from gaining any momentum, any serious momentum. There's McCormick. Down the field, Belgium's able to get here behind Charlotte Olsen. And then McKinney boots it out immediately. Another chance here. They were trying to connect with the pass. Borstein looking for Givens. One of those standouts from WC Eagles. So many good tackles today for Chile when Belgium's had possession. It's really just been difficult for the Gals in blue to mount this comeback. Still have time, though, 9.5 minutes to go. And right now, just keeping them from getting into the shooter circle a majority of the time here in this matchup. From the side here, the entry using the far sideline. Good job of tightroping it for Belgium. Once again, Chile regaining possession. Nice find there as it's Kendall Burns on the run. She gets to the inline and just ran out of real estate. Nonetheless, Belgium able to score it. How about that shot? A circus one that is good for Belgium to get on the board. Young lady with the blue mouth guard. We'll get you her number when she turns. The pink shoes. As we are knotted up, number 9 in blue, Isla Martinez. We mentioned she was the playmaker that had to make it happen for them, and she just did with 8 minutes to go. We are tied. What a shot to make it 1-1. And now the sense of urgency, it's definitely raised. The antenna's up for Chile, recognizing this one is not in the books. A little bit reminiscent of the Spain and Belgium soccer match in a sense, because Spain felt they were in control. Belgium tied them up. Then they got the lead back at 2-1. All of a sudden, Belgium had a couple of shots that put the scare into the back of the throats of a lot of the Spain fans that were watching that in the World Cup soccer. Now they get a chance at France, two of the favorites in the semis coming up. But we'll see if Belgium gets a different outcome today in this field hockey matchup. The other side of the 50 now, Belgium with a chance, and they could not connect with Zayla White. Another great job defensively to pick it off. There's Borstein, though, preventing Switner from advancing it upfield. So really, we've seen Chile have a couple of empty chances. And a rare goal scored against McKinney, the superb goalkeeper for Chile. That one's going to get out of play. Nowhere for Falbo to go with it. So Belgium gets new life all of a sudden. Looking to see if they can extend this beyond regulation time. Chile into the shooter circle. I don't think Chile's gassed as much as they're just kind of surprised that Belgium got that circus shot to go from Isla Martinez. Chile now with Aliyah Muhammad. Who's going to be the hero in this final 4 minutes and 40 seconds for either side? Belgium back in blue. Oh, that one just got away. They're trying to tap it over to Zayla White. Stopping it with her foot there is J.C. Gabrish from the side now. Sweetener. As the Lancaster, Pennsylvania product puts it into play, but Belgium with a chance again here. You can see they're more deliberate and methodical right now as Belgium. They've got it tied up. Almost feels like they have the lead, whereas Chile's the one a little antsy. But here's Belgium now with a chance. Can they make the pinpoint pass? Up ahead they do. Martinez over to Givens. Can they get it back on a little give and go? They could not. Tracked down nonetheless by Charlotte Olsen. Along the end line. Pushed out by Alois Edwards in white for Chile. And that one's just going to roll out of play by the grow the game signage for USA Field Hockey. 3.5 minutes to go. Got ourselves a battle in this gold medal match. That one takes a ricochet. Here with it is Allie McCormick. Hits it off the leg. How about that? Kylie Orange. Heads up. Ball went flying all the way down to the other end. And Belgium now getting much more possession time, and they've changed up the field position here in the final 2.5 minutes to where they can possibly steal this game. Martinez, the one that knotted things up about 6 minutes ago. And gets out of play right there beyond the NLVproductions.com signage. You see the umbrella's not for rain, but for us to protect some of that sun peeking out with that heat. And rather toasty and roasty out there. 95-degree heat index. This one going down to the wire. Just like it is in the women's Wimbledon final today with Karolina Muhova and Linda Noskova in a third and final set. This could require more than the allotted regulation time to determine who's going home with the gold. Muhova rallying to force that third set, I understand, in Wimbledon. And here we are, Belgium rallying against Chile after trailing 1-0 at the half, 1-0 through 3 quarters of play. We mentioned Martinez had to be the one that steps up as a playmaker, and she's done just that. Who's going to be that unsung hero, though, to lead her team to victory? Could require a shootout situation now. We look at Brindley Cleary. Kylie Orange chasing up to her. And that one gets away. Inside the 30 now, into the circle. And that one almost scooted in. But Belgium dodges a bullet. A major one. Down to 33 seconds. Belgium has to be careful in its own end here. See the aggressiveness from Chile. They can bring it with the setup. See if they can capitalize on any type of mistake or miscue, but that's going to help them out immensely as Belgium sends it down the other direction. No long corners in the third or fourth periods And regulation play concludes with this being a 1-1 stalemate, but we're going to find out when we come back who's taking home the gold. Chile, Belgium, all square at 1. It's the U14 edition of the 2026 Junior and Senior Nexus Championships with USA Field Hockey presented by Osaka. We'll take a quick timeout before we get ready for the shootout right here on Kova Sports TV.
What does happiness mean to you?
Being in the ocean with you, watching you catch super fun waves.
In Virginia Beach, happiness is breaking barriers and savoring the sunshine.
I couldn't pick a better place or a better person to be with. This is what makes me happy.
Happiness is going all out.
And taking it all in. Here, happiness is whatever you make it. Find yours in Virginia Beach.
Grow the game.
Grow the game.
Grow the game.
Grow the game!
Grow the game.
Grow the game.
Grow the game.
Grow the game.
USA Field Hockey. It's the Junior and Senior Nexus Championships presented by Osaka. Be sure to visit usafieldhockey.com for more. Matt Hatfield here with you. Nick Senti, our producer engineer extraordinaire today, is Chile and Belgium 1-1 stalemate, which is going to require the shootout now to determine who walks away with the gold, because in the second quarter, Brindley Cleary, class of 2031 from Bristol, Rhode Island, scored it for Chile to give them the 1-0 lead. They took to halftime after that goal with about 7.5 minutes to go. However, 8 minutes left in regulation. Isla Martinez, number 9 in blue for Belgium, from Bel Air, Texas, the midfielder and forward from the class of 2031, knotted things up, and that would be where we are as we get ready for this shootout. You see him keep there is Casey Moran going for Belgium against Chile. Here's Chile's first opportunity. Aliyah Muhammad moves to her left, turns her back with the ball, and is able to slice it through there for one. Muhammad. Now up for Belgium is number 6, India Graham, the Houston, Texas native, class of 2032, midfielder and forward. Gets into the circle. Tries to get right by the keeper in McKinney, who's usually steady Eddie. That time maybe got a little too far and gave her a window to capitalize. Now number 32, Susanna Weiss, trying to capitalize against Moran, as both score on their first opportunity. Weiss comes up empty. Huge moment now for Peyton Givens from Manheim, Pennsylvania. 2031 product. She's used to big moments with WC Eagles, right? Here's Givens. Oh, went too far, I think, on her move. Had she actually taken the shot before she got all the way towards the post, I think this would be 2-1 in their favor, but Belgium's going to come up empty with Givens. Now here's the third one. Both teams 1 of 2 so far. This is for Chile. Number 24, Ali McCormick. Can't get it done against McKinney, who makes a great recovery here and a response after the empty trip. Number 9 now, Isla Martinez. Can she do it again for Belgium? No dice. So we play on it. I mentioned earlier McCormick against McKinney. It's actually McCormick against Moran, so apologies on that part. Confused myself here. But we go for our fourth try. It's going to be number 8 in blue, Cortland Kunkel for Belgium. Out of York, Pennsylvania, class of 2032. And that time you just see the diving effort. I think it threw off Kunkel. McKinney has responded. Trying to be the hero for Chile here. Adriana Lejaru. Oh, it stopped the diving effort, but she keeps possession of the ball and then runs out of space to operate. Lejaru stayed with it, but it's empty again. So here's our 5th opportunity. And it'll be number 3, Kendall Burns. 1 of 4 for Belgium, 1 of 4 for Chile. Belgium trying to make it 2 of 5 here. And that one doesn't go anywhere close to it as McKinney once again stoned her. India Graham had the 1 score, and so did Isla Muhammad. Beg your pardon, Aliyah Muhammad. Chance to win it, and nowhere for Brinley Clary on this one. So 1 of 5 each side as Moran does a good job to keep a couple of these goal scorers that are rather dangerous, Clary and Martinez, off the board in this shootout. 13 in blue, Emmy Soshnik. Keeper goes down. Official says no. So Soshnik comes up empty. 6th one. Now it's Quinn Hong. Hong moves left. Tippy toes back right. 1 shot, 2nd shot. They're not going to count it. Hong tried to get a 3rd one off, but the official says she was stopped twice. We play on for a 7th opportunity in the shootout. Is it going to be Carson Borstein? It's not going to be Borstein. She goes back to midfield. We're going to see who it is now. Are they going to have them all sprint to the... No, they're going to have them sprint to the goalkeeper to see who wins it. We're going to see who's going to come out first. Some are wondering, what are they doing here? Are they lining up for a whistle to blow and see who's got the fastest feet? No, that's not what's going to happen here. So this time going first will be, in white, 26, Brinley Martelli. Oh, nifty footwork. Martelli had a great chance. I thought she was about to fool Moran there. I like the idea from Martelli there, though. Try something different. A little creative. Let's see if Borstein goes with something similar here. Think outside the box at this point, because these 2 keepers might have us here all afternoon. And that time, you just see the right hand using a stick, and McKinney just nudged it away. McKinney and Moran, after each giving up the goal in the first, they have gone 6 straight, wiping them out. 18, Annika Dodge from Baltimore, Maryland for Chile. Does she have the magic? Swerves back right, and she scores it in. Annika Dodge. So all it takes is a stop from McKinney and Chile here, and Belgium's going to go home runner-up, and Chile will take the gold. You see the high fives from Coach Haley Buffenbarger for Annika Dodge. What a thrilling conclusion. Who's going to get the chance to extend this for Belgium? Win or lose, this has been one heck of a match. It's going to be number 16 for Belgium, Lucy Whitmore. Her teammates will go crazy if she extends this. Whitmore, straight on. Oh, and could not get it to go. McKinney and Chile celebrate as Chile beats Belgium in a classic here. The U14 division at the Junior and Senior Nexus Championships with USA Field Hockey presented by Osaka Hockey. Oh my. It wasn't until the 8th one in the shootout that Chile was able to put Belgium away thanks to Annika Dodge's score. And, of course, Alexandra McKinney. She got scored on in the fourth quarter by Isla Martinez. Gave up one to India Graham in the shootout, but then 7 consecutive wipeouts. Coming up next, we have the third place matchup. It'll be in the blue uniforms and away jerseys, England taking on United States in the white home jerseys. For our entire team, from Chuck Thornton and Nick Senti and everybody from USA Field Hockey, it's Matthew Hatfield saying so long until we talk to you again in just a little bit with the third place matchup here for the Junior and Senior Nexus Championships presented by Osaka Hockey and brought to you by CHKD Sports Medicine right here on Kova Sports TV.
I grew up here. I know this town. I know the people here. More important, they know me. As a banker at Town Bank, we become part of the communities we serve. The people who bank with us, our members, know us. When you bank with Town Bank, you'll know your banker. You'll know you can reach us, and you'll know we're here for you.
Well, it's everybody's favorite time of year again. Time to prepare to make your annual donation to that infernal revenue service. And if you're like me, you need help. Help to keep that donation as small as possible. So get off your W-2 and call John Maynard at John's Tax Service. 455-6763.
What is more? Is it more reps, more strength, more stamina? We say it's all of that, but it's greater than just what's in the mirror. It's about improving your mental and physical health. More is a feeling of achievement, fulfillment, confidence. It's looking better, feeling better, being better, and it's our mission to get you there. Because here, you are more. One Life Fitness.
Chicho's Pizza, it's more than just pizza, and they're one of our many partners that we have helping us bring you the 2026 Junior and Senior Nexus Championships with USA Field Hockey, presented today by Osaka Hockey. Our third place match features the United States in the white jerseys with a record of 3-1, taking on England in the blue uniforms with a record of 2-1-1. We're glad you're with us on Kova Sports TV. Our stream today presented by CHKD Sports Medicine. Matthew Hatfield here with you alongside Nick Senti, our camera operator and producer engineer extraordinaire. England and United States both falling in the semifinals to the two teams we just watched in a classic for the gold medal where Chile outlasted Belgium. It was even at 1 apiece after 4 periods in regulation. Then we went to the shootouts, and it required the 8th and final one to determine a victor. And nearly a goal scored here in the first couple of minutes of this matchup. Again, the United States in the white uniforms and England in the blue. We're going to get a corner right off the bat here, looks like. And we'll tell you the rosters for each side in a moment in numerical order. We'll start with the United States, coached by Don Warner, who was a local high school coach here in the Hampton Roads area at Princess Anne High School in Virginia Beach. Looks like that is, let's see if we can get a look at it. On the corner entry over to 115, Caroline Bigos. And a goal is scored by her, Caroline Bigos, right off the bat from Pennsauken, New Jersey, the forward and midfielder from the class of 2031, putting it through with 11:55 to go off the corner. United States 1, England 0. Didn't waste any time to strike first. And to go with Bigos in the lineup, we'll tell you the other ones for the United States. Number 113 is Liliana Barudo from Phoenix, Maryland. Not Phoenix, Arizona, but Phoenix, Maryland, folks. Forward and midfielder from the class of 2031. 114 is Ava Berry from Chatham, New Jersey, a forward and midfielder from the class of 2032. We mentioned Bigos is 115, who just scored that goal. Lee Devlin, 116 from Houston, Texas, is a midfielder and back for Team USA. Olivia Fragner, 117 from Ann Arbor, Michigan, a forward and back from the class of 2031. We'll stop for a moment at Molly Francis Harden, 118 from Louisville, Kentucky, a back and midfielder from the class of 2031, as we get our second corner of this matchup. Not even a full 5 minutes in. Gets it into Bigos. Fakes left, back right. Takes a hop off the keeper, Alois Falls from Berwyn, Pennsylvania. And then England in blue is going to dodge this corner. So we left off with Molly Francis Harden from St. Louis, Missouri, is forward and midfielder Annaleah Linneman. She's wearing 119. Avery Martelli, number 120 from Moseley, Virginia, a midfielder and back from the class of 2032 for United States. We mentioned earlier her twin sister, Brinley, part of that gold medal winning Chile team. And their connections with Grandpa Phil, the longtime college basketball coach, accomplished at St. Joe's. Uncle Phil Martelli Jr., the head coach at VCU, and their pops, associate head coach Jimmy Martelli at VCU. So you have Avery Martelli wearing 120 for United States. 121 is Peyton McCorston from Macungie, Pennsylvania, forward and midfielder from the class of 2032. McCorston wearing 121. Mika Nakamura wearing 122 from Monte Sereno, California, a midfielder and back from the class of 2031. Also from the class of 2031, you have Megan Smith. Megan Smith's wearing 124. I did skip over inadvertently Riley Polishek, 123. Polishek is from Sykesville, Maryland, a forward and midfielder. The back and midfielder from Winnetka, Illinois, is Megan Smith, wearing 124. Catherine Sweeney is wearing 125 from West Hartford, Connecticut, a midfielder and forward from the class of 2031. Elise Totsi wearing 126 from Fallston, Maryland, a back and midfielder. From the class of 2032 is Nora Troy. She wears 127 from Garnet Valley, Pennsylvania, a midfielder and forward. Chloe Wyman is a back and midfielder from Rome, New York, wearing 128 for the United States, class of 2031. And your goalkeeper is Arizona Schwartz from Middletown, Pennsylvania, class of 2032, wearing 136 for the United States. Coach Don Warner's team with 17 goals scored and 9 allowed, and starting 3-1 in this event. Now it's 18 goals scored and 9 surrendered. USA beginning with a 5-2 victory over Scotland on Thursday, then a 4-0 shutout of Germany before beating Argentina in one of the higher scoring games of this event 6-4, and then lost to Chile earlier today 3-2. As for Coach Jess Paulin's England team, United States, by the way, in Division B, or I should say Pool B, with Scotland, Argentina, and Germany. England in Division D with South Africa, China, and India. And England coming in at 2-1-1 with 6 goals scored and 7 allowed. And we'll give you the roster rundown for England in one moment as we watch United States try to get another scoring chance as we approach 7 minutes to go in this first quarter. This one doesn't seem to be as tense probably throughout as the last match was. A couple of factors. One, you have a gold medal on the line in the other matchup. And Belgium fought back when it looked like Chile was going to be in control. And two, you go off their semifinal performances that they each just had, where Belgium took it to England 5-0, and the United States lost a 3-2 squeaker with the team that just won the gold in Chile. That's how you would think going in it would be favored for United States, but they still play the games. They still have to play the games. And England getting to 2-1-1 after shutting out China 2-0 on Thursday, a 2-2 draw with South Africa on Friday, then blanked India 2-0. So they've been pretty consistent and strong throughout this event until the 5-0 loss to Belgium earlier today. And England, as we mentioned, coached by Jess Paulin. Let's give you their numerical roster rundown as we watch them try to operate and get on the other side of the 50 here on the move. That's number 93, Finley Rousseau from Purcellville, Virginia, forward and midfielder from Northern Virginia. And ironically enough, of the Virginia natives in this matchup, you have one for the United States, and you have 2 for England. The other one for England, besides the aforementioned Rousseau wearing 93, is 83, Amelia Devendorf from Larch. Oh, check that. Not Amelia Devendorf, beg your pardon. 84, rather. Adeline Flick from Virginia Beach, Virginia, a midfielder and back in the class of 2031. But to give you the numerical order for England now, as we watch that one get away from Rousseau, number 81 is Amelie Andrews from Harleysville, Pennsylvania, forward and back in midfielder from the class of 2032. Out of Harleysville, Pennsylvania is Amelie Andrews. Number 82 is Elizabeth Apicierno from Northborough, Massachusetts, a forward and midfielder from the class of 2031. Amelia Devendorf, we just mentioned her a moment ago, 83 from Larchmont, New York, midfielder and 4 from the class of 2031. Ellen Flick, 84 from Virginia Beach, midfielder and back. A forward and midfielder wearing 85 is Gwyneth Gilner from Chapel Hill, North Carolina, class of 2032 for England. As we watch on the move there for United States, Caroline Bigos, who had the game's first goal. I doubt it's the game's last, though. Rowan Green's wearing 86 from Percasey, Pennsylvania, a back in midfielder from the class of 2031 for England. Evie Holland wearing 87 from St. Louis, Missouri, class of 2032. She's a midfielder and a back. Elizabeth Jarrett from West Hartford, Connecticut is a midfielder and 4 from the class of 2031. Elizabeth Jarrett wearing 88 for England. Wearing 89 is Emmy Jones from Houston, Texas, forward and midfielder from the class of 2032. Briar Keegery from Rye, New York, forward and midfielder from the class of 2032. Wearing number 90, Hazel Kozloff from Wayne, Pennsylvania, midfielder and 4 from the class of 2032. Kozloff wearing 91. Wearing 92 is Alois Mann from Etna, New Hampshire, midfielder and forward from the class of 2032. We mentioned Finley Rousseau, class of 2032, wearing 93 for England. 3 more names and a keeper to mention for England in the blue today. Michaela Sloan's wearing 94 from South Deerfield, Massachusetts, a midfielder and back from the class of 2031. Samantha Thurman from Charlotte, North Carolina, and Georgette Welch from Bethesda, Maryland. Thurman's wearing 95, the forward and back from the class of 2032. And Welch, the midfielder and forward from the class of 2031, wears 96 for England. And the keeper for England is Alois False from Berwyn, Pennsylvania, class of 2031, wearing 142 in that red jersey. So those are the rosters for each side. I mentioned England, the All-England club there in Wimbledon. Karolina Muchova winning in 5 sets. Winning in 5 games to force the third set, but she falls to Linda Noskova in 3 sets as they have a 10th different women's champion at Wimbledon today. And right now, these ladies competing here as part of Junior and Senior Nexus Championships. There's really an opportunity in these days for the athletes to show what they're made of. The Senior NXC consists of 8 teams in collegiate and post-collegiate athletes. This Junior edition, though, these athletes are selected for the NXC beginning with the Nexus training weekends. They take place across the country during the spring, and then from the training weekends, the top athletes are invited to go to training weekends with regional selection camps. Those athletes from those camps get selected to attend this prestigious NXC, and then being selected to the NXC is the next stage for the Olympic development pathway and tryout process for the junior development and senior U.S. women's national team. So such a big deal and opportunity. We mentioned earlier about the tennis with the Wimbledon happening today. You also got the World Cup happening in USA Field Hockey's World Cup is August 15th. And if you want to get that keychain, it's in the all-in tent here at the training center. You have all time until July 19th when this Junior and Senior Nexus Championships event concludes to get your all-in keychain. Just go over there and tell them you heard about it on the stream on Kova Sports TV. You want to get that all-in keychain. Minute 15 to go. But a physical play there for a second as you saw 81 in blue. Amelia Andrews from Harleysville, Pennsylvania. Try to muscle it away. And, of course, she's one of those players with WC Eagles, Amelia Andrews. They just have a number of stars that have come through that program as we're down to the final 30 seconds of our first period with the United States on top of England 1-0 in this third-place matchup after Chile outlasted Belgium in a doozy of a gold medal match we had earlier here at the 14U division. Trying to get that feed over to 126 in white, but that goes out of the reach of Elise Totsi from Fallston, Maryland. And after this side in, it'll take us to the end of our first quarter. England's going to trail the United States after that side in entry from Adeline Flick. 1-0 our score here. Junior and Senior Nexus Championship action through USA Field Hockey presented by Osaka rolls on, and you're watching it thanks to CHKD Sports Medicine right here on Kova Sports TV.
What does happiness mean to you?
Being in the ocean with you, watching you catch super fun waves.
In Virginia Beach, happiness is breaking barriers and savoring the sunshine.
I couldn't pick a better place or a better person to be with. This is what makes me happy.
Happiness is going all out.
And taking it all in.
Here, happiness is whatever you make it. Find yours in Virginia Beach.
Grow the game.
Grow the game.
Grow the game.
Grow the game!
Grow the game.
Grow the game.
Grow the game.
Grow the game.
You've watched enough field hockey to know when somebody has it, the thing that can't be coached. That's what our analysts wake up every morning to do. Find what's coming to the stock market before everyone else is talking about it. We find the next big trends in finance, then we bring them to you. MarketWise, proud sponsor of USA Field Hockey, because the best investments in athletes and in markets start with knowing what to look for. See for yourself at marketwise-usa.com.
Live from the B&B Sports Card Studios, it is the second quarter on the way of the Junior and Senior Nexus Championships of USA Field Hockey, presented by Osaka. United States in this third place matchup, leading England 1-0. Matthew Hatfield here with you. Thanks to that goal that they scored off the penalty corner. Caroline Bigos from Pensauken, New Jersey, putting U.S. on the board, and Coach Don Warner's team in front here against England as they try to get to the finish line to get the bronze medal today on this steamy Saturday in July. They're all steamy in July, right? I mean, it's never chilly in July. It's always warm. Not here in the United States, that's for sure. It's another toasty one here in the heart of the 757. As currently our temperature is 88 degrees, but the heat index at 97. We are trying to dodge any potential rain that could be in the forecast. They were not calling for it. I know when I walked in here today, it was 14% chance. So if we start to see the rain, I guess that means that 14% of us would get wet, right? I don't know. But 13 minutes to go in this first half. U.S. on top of England. England able to get through the traffic for a second, but the official's going to say England has possession now with this reset. Hazel Kozlov takes a couple of hops. Let me get back towards the middle part of the field for the U.S., where they've been most effective in this matchup. Peyton McCorston poked away there by Kozlov. Now U.S. has it again. Good job there for England behind Finley Rousseau. She's been quite active in this matchup. And there it goes out of play. United States trying to keep England from gaining some momentum here. Possession with Elise Totsi. A little more patient attack now for the United States. Trying to work on some of their fundamentals with their passing and stick work here. Off the reset, a couple of hops on that one. England shoots it back out. Emmy Jones now with it. Emmy Jones from Houston, Texas. Now leaves it for Amelia Devendorf. And that rolls out to the fence. And drag it up ahead. Trying to split by two defenders in blue. Got that purple bandana there for the United States. 113. Liana Baruto. And these bronze medal matches, they matter to the competitors. Sure, they came into the day wanting to get the gold, which ultimately Chile was able to do against Belgium in a heck of a battle. But can you walk out of here with a medal of some sorts? That's the objective now when you get to this matchup. And again, something we've talked about with various events with USA Field Hockey and in general, you're constantly being evaluated, you're constantly being looked at, you're regularly being judged or critiqued, but more than anything, you want to progress in this sport to where you're among the best of the best, and that's what many of these young ladies are trying to do today. As right behind our game, you see another game taking place on Field 2, and that is the matchup with Australia and Spain. That one goes whizzing by into the shooter circle area, out of play. A couple of the patrons taking in the action here on this warm, sunny Saturday in July. See the Vlack and the Pain and Gain signs. You'll hear more from some of them at halftime coming up in a little more than 8 minutes. Oh, good step through to get the intercept, except the United States can't do anything with it. As you see, it's recovered right back behind Michaela Sloan of South Deerfield, Massachusetts. Michaela Sloan. Frontier Regional High School. See a couple of substitutions now, it looks like, as checking out and then checking in. We see number 81 come in blue. That's Amelie Andrews for England. Not really deep benches for either side, but those players get a chance to rehydrate and replenish and refuel in the tent area. And a big thanks to our friends at Gatorade. I know Damian Lillard, one of the big spokesmen for Gatorade we've had on our Cova Sports TV stream over the years. Back in Portland with the Trailblazers after he had a brief stint with the Milwaukee Bucks as a teammate of Giannis Antetokounmpo, a.k.a. the Greek Freak. But Lillard's got some new teammates in Portland as he comes back from injury, while Greek Freak goes from Milwaukee to Miami. A little warmer in Miami year-round than it is Milwaukee. 6.5 minutes to go in our first half. England trailing the United States 1-0. That one got by Alois Main, but they stay right with it. Hazel Kozlov showing her spunk there to get it right back. At midfield, a lot of back and forth action. England, though, starting to settle in more than they did the first few minutes of the game. They were about to get blown out of the water. It looked like that. I'm just going to be completely honest with you, folks. Did not look too good for them, but they're starting to settle in thanks to a lot of different players stepping up here, from Kozlov to Mann to Devendorf. And the United States, I wouldn't say they've lost their focus as much as it hasn't come as easy for them once England turned the on switch on when they came out with the off switch. They got behind 1-0, but those two corners for the U.S. right off the bat, there have been none in this second period, which is similar to our gold medal match, where we watched in the first quarter alone a couple of corners. We saw a couple more in the second, but then third and fourth quarters, we had no corners at all. And then we got to that shootout that was quite scintillating, where both teams scored with Muhammad and Graham, and then we went 6 straight empty trips from each side between Chile and Belgium until The winner was put through thanks to Annika Dodge for Chile to eke it out against Belgium for the gold medal. See the cloud cover in the background here as United States clings to a 1-0 lead in this third place match. Double team about to come for England. U.S. able to chew up some clock here with that possession time. But now a chance on the move. One of the few runouts here for England in our first half. A little more speed to it. Coming from behind there to U.S. to get possession back. Intercepted by Devendorf, Amelia Devendorf from Larchmont, New York. Good find in the interior. See the grizzled veteran Don Warner from the sidelines instructing his team. I say that affectionately, grizzled veteran. I don't want people to think that means, oh, what do you call him, old? No, it just means he's been one of the best around in the 7.57. Princess Anne having to compete yearly with Cox High School, First Colonial High School, a couple of schools in Virginia Beach that are annually in the state championship conversation. Cox holds the record for Virginia High School League State Field Hockey Championships. But PA has been certainly improved under Don Warner's watch. And we got away from one of the England players. United States able to get it back. England regains possession now around midfield. Couple of shrewd passes. That one got away from Green. Two minutes and change to go. Here is Martelli now. Gets it up ahead. England trying to get something on the board before we reach halftime. And they've been more the aggressor in this second quarter. They don't have any corners to show for it or any goals yet. But really able to make U.S. work. Linneman gets it in the shooter circle, and that pass is getting away. A couple of rushed passes maybe keeping the United States from getting a couple of goal opportunities, or at least shots on goal. Now England back on the move the other direction again. As the group in blue works it the other direction, and then just running out of steam was Samantha Thurman for England. I want to remind you that our Junior and Senior Nexus Championships are brought to you by Osaka Field Hockey. Go to osakaworld.com for wide selection of apparel, field hockey, golf, tennis, you name it, up there at osakaworld.com, the leading sports and lifestyle brand in field hockey. And you can shop directly for Osaka hockey sticks and hockey stick bags. Also an Osaka tent here at the training center in Virginia Beach. A lot of pretty popular tents and it's like to call them the shopping mall style of vendors on the outside. We're not in a shopping mall, but this is what you come to in Virginia Beach if you're a fan of field hockey, and you can definitely have a great selection of options at your disposal. Last couple of seconds tick away, and we've gone to halftime here at the Regional Training Center on this Saturday in July. The U14 Division third place matchup has the U.S. in front of England 1-0. We'll step aside and come back with more. Our stream brought to you by CHKD Sports Medicine. You'll hear from them and more right now on Cova Sports TV.
Same is lame. Field hockey players have stick. They've got vibe. They've got that tuning fork in their hearts that goes off when a ball thumps the backboard of a goal. Field hockey is for the mold breakers, the convention challengers, the trailblazers, people who think outside the box and come alive inside the circle. Sure, there will always be those who mindlessly take the road more traveled, think the same, do the same, play the same. Field hockey players know that the strength of the pack is the wolf, and that the strength of the wolf is the pack. We know we're different, and we're proud of it. It's how we stand out. It's how we fit in. Like eagles, we soar individually, yet value family and togetherness highly. Join us. We're the minority of millions that get it. There's a stick waiting to be picked up, lifelong friendships to be made, goals to be a part of, victories, defeats, draws, and more. Stories to be told with you, by you, of you. There's a field hockey team waiting to be called yours. Game on. Dare to differ.
Pain and Gain, your one-stop shop for all things field hockey. Located in Princess One Shopping Center, Virginia Beach, we carry everything you need on the turf, from black sticks, turf shoes, mouth guards, and much more. Try out your stick before you buy in our synthetic turf area. Pain and Gain. Embrace the pain, enjoy the game.
Life moves fast, but when that Freddy's hits, you can't help but slow down. Freddy's, this is the good stuff.
With 4 Hampton Roads area locations, Freddy's is just a short trip away.
I'm Mike Rowe. Welcome to the most honest commercial you're going to see all day.
Today, we're fixing sagging floors.
The problem is that moisture that we're trying to control has gotten to the wood already, and it's called this side of the home to drop. So if you have cracks around your door frame, if you have those squeaky floors or bouncy floors, most of the time we can fix that.
Get a free and honest inspection with JES Foundation Repair, a groundworks company.
For any athlete, making it to the top sometimes comes with a few steps back. That's why there's CHKD Sports Medicine. Advanced diagnostics, treatment, and rehabilitation for sports injuries, just for young athletes like yours.
You know when somebody has it, the thing that can't be coached. We see the same thing in the markets every day. Opportunity, we find it first, then we bring it to you. MarketWise, proud sponsor of USA Field Hockey. MarketWise-USA.com.
And the third quarter is about to commence here at the Regional Training Center in Virginia Beach, where it is United States in front of England by a count of 1-0 in this third place matchup with the 2026 Junior and Senior Nexus Championships through USA Field Hockey presented by Osaka. Again, you can find out more on Osaka by visiting osakaworld.com. And our stream today on Cova Sports TV brought to you by the fine folks at CHKD Sports Medicine. Matthew Hatfield here with you. We got Nick Senti, our producer engineer, as the winner of this game will claim the third place bronze medal earlier today in the gold medal match, which you can always go back and watch on Cova Sports TV. It was in U14 action, a shootout that required Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4. It was 8 tries before Chile was able to outlast Belgium. It was 1 apiece after the regulation time, and Inaka Dodge with the game winner in that one for Chile, which closed out 5-0 for the week here at the Regional Training Center and weekend. Belgium finishing up at 3-1-1. Right now, England trailing because of Caroline Bigos' goal that happened literally less than 3 minutes into the game back in the first quarter. So it'll require a rally for England to get to 3-1-1 for the week. United States trying to close out 4-1. Their only defeat coming at the hands of Chile, 3-1 in the semifinals. Check out 3-2 in the semifinals earlier today. In the blue, it's England now with possession. Amelia Andrews hits it towards the sideline, gets it back. Good reversal, but there's the United States quick in reaction. They work their way into the circle. You see Liliana Baruto, we mentioned with that purple headband. That one getting away from Elizabeth Picherno. The United States came out with great energy and focus in the first about 8 to 12 minutes of this game. It took England not till about the end of the first quarter to kind of find their footing. Coming off that 5-0 loss to Belgium in the semifinals earlier. You could definitely see the effect that it had. Sometimes those linger effects do occur. That one hops off the stick of Hazel Kozlov. Trying to get it back to Kozlov. The United States comes up with it thanks to Mika Nakamura. Now looking for someone to get it to, as that time it's going to be Riley Polishek. Kind of against the grain with that. Hit. And it goes out of play here, where England will put it into the pitch with Amelia Andrews. Racing into your screen there is Peyton McCorston. See a couple of Don Warner's reserves hitting the cooler to get rehydrated. We mentioned earlier, Gatorade, one of our partners, get some type of H2O or liquid in them on this warm and steamy day. Good find over to Catherine Sweeney. England trying to attack. The U.S. Oh, some fancy footwork there from Molly Francis Harden. Avery Martelli trying to help the ball handler right now along the sideline. We just ran out of space to operate. I'm very surprised it remained just 1-0. I thought if that early penalty corner goal by Bigos, this would be a game that might produce 4, 5, 6 goals in it. And it just hasn't. I don't know that it's so much a blame for either side of it. I give England credit for kind of getting back into the game after it looked like it might be dire straits for them. They actually play for this bronze medal with more goals allowed than they've scored now. It is deceiving a little bit because that was the one loss to Belgium, 5-0. So their other 3 matches here were quite effective, as we're going to get a corner now. It's our first one of the second half. First one since the opening frame when the U.S. had a pair, and it's their third of the game. It's going to be number 119, and Leah Linneman putting this one into play. That looked like a little bit of a false start where they came running before, but just out of position. U.S. didn't quite execute that the way I'm sure Coach Don Warner wanted his group to do so. And England says we'll avoid any trouble on this sequence. Now it'll matter if they can deliver here. United States getting possession right back. Running out of room there. It was Mika Nakamura just running to the end line and didn't have any cushion. But U.S. keeping possession now. They had some trouble keeping possession time for stretches towards the end of that second period and then the early stages of this third quarter. We'll see if England can drive it down the field. United States coming up with possession on that takeaway. And right when England thought they had it, U.S. comes back with it with Liliana Baruto here into the circle, and possession now being awarded to England. Will change of direction for the U.S., as that is Caroline Bigos. Is she thinking about a second goal? Yes, she is. Caroline Bigos with goal number 2 on the day. And that second one comes with just over 6 minutes to go in the third quarter to give the U.S. some breathing room. 2-0 on top of England. Different than her first one, which came off a penalty corner with about 11:55 to go in the opening stanza. And the U.S. stretches it to 2-0 on top of England. So she has been a separator in this matchup today. Part of this USA Field Hockey's Elite Development Tournament. One of the standouts here so far, you would think, in this one today has been her. That one's going to hop off a foot area. England now having to find its rhythm again after falling behind by a second goal. That latest Bigo's score. And right now they're having trouble getting possession as U.S. has regained the confidence for sure. Here's Chloe Wyman, excuse me. And that one rolls out of play. U.S. with possession with Olivia Fragner. Back into the circle. See the double team and the fight for it. And we're going to get another corner coming up for the U.S. They're fourth of the game and second of the period. Really working hard to see if they can deliver a knockout punch on England before the fourth quarter arrives. You just see the enthusiasm and the smiles on the faces. They feel a lot better with a 2-0 lead than the 1-0 advantage they had at halftime, as this will be put in with Peyton McCorston. And that's going to be a goal. Scoring it for the U.S. is Caroline Bigos with the hat trick. Her third, and this one her second off a corner today. Credit Peyton McCorston for getting it into play. She'll get the assist. And it's all U.S. now, cruising 3-0. This is what it looked like we might have in the first 5 to 10 minutes of the game, the way they came out, and England had to settle down. But now a lot of the wind's been taken out of the sails for England here with these latest goals from Bigos. Side in now for the U.S. behind Megan Smith. Get ricocheted off Smith, and now England trying to get back on the other side of the 50 here. As they're down to 80 seconds in the quarter. That would have been an unconventional way for it to find Gwyneth Gilmer with a one-on-one chance in the goalkeeper. Right now, Arizona Schwartz not seeing any action in this quarter come her way in that red jersey in the keep for the U.S. And that's the way Coach Don Warner and company like it. Now it's a chance here for England, though, to try to get some confidence back with one before we get to the fourth quarter. This is the first time they've had it really in the attacking third for more than 10 seconds. No corners today for England. The delivery over to Evie Holland. Holland loses it to Sweeney. Catherine Sweeney trying to play the keep away game. And with 3 seconds to go, the United States will take a 3-0 lead to the fourth and final quarter here at the Regional Training Center in Virginia Beach. It's the 14U division for Junior and Senior Nexus Championship field hockey action through USA Field Hockey, and it's presented by Osaka. We'll come back with more. You're watching coverage exclusively on Kova Sports TV.
Welcome to Lucky Oyster. The food is fresh and it's all coastal energy. From coastal favorites to wings, burgers, and more. Open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner with weekly specials and a can't miss happy hour. Our private room is perfect for holiday parties, birthdays, and team celebrations. Explore our in-house retail shop for our locally crafted goods. We proudly support local charities, schools, and sports teams throughout the year. Lucky Oyster, more than just seafood, it's a lifestyle.
Looking for next-level wellness, recovery, and longevity in coastal Virginia? Hydration IV and Wellness Spa in Virginia Beach delivers elite care. From IV hydration and vitamin injections like B12, glutathione, and NAD, to medical weight loss, recovery therapies, and advanced longevity treatments. We also offer Botox and aesthetic services so you can look as good as you feel. Enjoy a premium wellness experience with convenient mobile options. Optimize your health, elevate your wellness, extend your longevity. Visit hydrationiv.com, hydration spelled with an I, or download the Hydration app to book today.
Authentic Italian cuisine can be found in just one place in Hampton Roads, Il Giardino Ristorante in Virginia Beach. Il Giardino offers veal, seafood, chicken, pasta, vegetarian, and pizza creations. Add the sounds of the piano bar and lounge, and it's no wonder Il Giardino is such a popular local spot. Open daily at 5 p.m.
Ready to take the next step in your manufacturing career? At Acoustical Sheet Metal Company, you're not just stepping into a role, you're building a career. We're hiring supervisors and assistant supervisors to lead teams, drive production, and grow into senior leadership. ASC offers reliable work, competitive benefits, training assistance, and real opportunities to grow. And it all happens in a culture built on safety, teamwork, and doing things the right way. The ASC way. Start your next chapter today at ascjobs.com.
Fourth and final quarter now, about to get underway here at the Regional Training Center in Virginia Beach. Want to thank the entire team here at Cova Sports TV and all those involved with USA Field Hockey. Another splendid event here as we have another, 8 more days I think it is here through the other age divisions that will be coming your way with U16, U19, and U21 with Junior and Senior NXC presented by Osaka Hockey. And again, everything you need to know is right there at your fingertips. Just go to usafieldhockey.com with all the games here on the 2 water-based AstroTurf fields in Virginia Beach. United States in the white jerseys on top, 3-0 of England in this third place match, and they're looking for more as that time you saw the transition with Liliana Baruto. Dished it off last moment, then it went sailing away, but United States, they've rediscovered that aggressiveness that they had to begin this game, and Caroline Bigo is a big reason why. She has all 3 goals, a couple of them coming off corners. One in the first, another corner goal in the third, and she added a third goal to give herself a hat trick in this match. Latest one off an assist from Peyton McCorston. The United States, as England certainly in jeopardy of suffering its second loss out of 5 games in this weekend. And would need to come back for the ages to get themselves a bronze medal. Not probable on this particular Saturday with the situation in front of them, but England looking to avoid a shutout. See if they can get a scoring chance. Not much has come in the direction of one Arizona Schwartz, who has been back there chilling, as the kids like to say. Not a whole lot of action in her direction. Here's in the reset. The entry from Finley Rousseau. Nice evading move there from Adeline Flick. Here's a great chance, maybe a golden opportunity, and they just could not get a connect. That one just avoiding it almost was the U.S. on that pass up ahead. Not quite in clock-killing mode as this U.S. outfit, but when they get under 3 minutes to go, I'm sure that might be part of the strategy when they have this one pretty much in complete control. Ika Nakamura got rid of it over to McCorston. McCorston thinking about maybe either getting a second assist or her first goal of the day. That time she couldn't quite haul in the teammate pass on the toss. Here's corner number 5 for the United States. With the purple bow. It's 119 for the U.S. Annalea Linneman. They got right behind the keeper. Keeper better react quickly, though. Another shot's coming her way. She's able to save it with her right glove with the stick there. So England has surrendered 8 goals in its last 2 games, 5 to Belgium and 3 here. So England trailing it by 3. Very fortunate not to go down 4-0 on that last sequence. Oh, a stick is loose. Picked back up, though. Amelia Devendorf. Couple of blue shirts surrounding Peyton McCorston for the U.S. From distance, just outside the circle. United States with more of a fearless approach here in this second half. Near side here, Megan Smith. Not getting much room to maneuver thanks to Amelia Devendorf. Here's a chance, one-on-one with the keeper. And that one goes above, and that chance to tap it in, and they missed the chance there. Not going to get much of a better look than that. England oh so close to breaking the ice. And it remains 3-0. I see a swath of new blue jerseys in your picture for England. And they better get back quickly defensively or the United States will make this 4-0. Good job with the right foot there, moving that and keep by Alois Falls. And then the U.S. able to bounce one back in. That was scored by 123. Beg your pardon, 113 rather. Liliana Baruto, rather. With that latest goal to make it 4-0. So it's the first non-Bigos goal. But Baruto and Bigos making it 4-0 for the U.S. today. As they've accounted for all the goals. Corsten had an assist as well. Just over 6 minutes remaining, and England has had to get away from them in the second half. It was a 1-0 game at the break. But the 2 goals scored 4 minutes apart in the third quarter really breaking the dam for England. Trying to track that one down. It is Finley Rousseau. You see defensively, there's Lee Devlin, making it hard for England to navigate up the field. Now they've got a chance. Rowan Green. And just outside the circle now. We're going to get the first corner of the day for England. Wasn't sure we'd see one. As we get ready to insert this one into play. Emmy Jones, number 89 on your screen. Can Arizona Schwartz complete the shutout? That is the only question pretty much left in these last 4 minutes and 55 seconds. England hoping not. We pretty much know at this point the bronze is going the United States' direction here. Little pass from the left, that was Elizabeth Jarrett getting it from Emil Andrews. They couldn't quite turn it back the other direction. And towards the cage. Near side now for the U.S. That one goes whizzing by England. And over to the USA Field Hockey signage. Again, you can go up there on usafieldhockey.com and learn more about the Junior and Senior Nexus Championships and all the great things going on with USA Field Hockey. It's history, it's news and notes, and also has links to its social pages through Instagram, Facebook, and X, and all those different platforms. Double team comes. That one takes a ricochet, and it's going to count for a goal. And it's going to be scored. 92 for Blue. That is Alois Main. Alois Main with the goal that takes a hop in with 3:20 left to play. So England is on the board. No shutout for the United States, but barring something completely unforeseen, we're going to see the U.S. still capture this bronze medal as they'll try to play a little more keep away and go into the clock killing mode here now. As we said, with under 3 minutes to go, they can do that once they get possession. But England at least putting up some fight to get on the board and avoid a shutout after losing in the semifinals by a 5-0 margin to Belgium. So we did get to the five plus goals that I thought we might see. An unconventional way that we got there, but it didn't look too likely at halftime when it was a 1-0 advantage for the U.S. I'm going to tell you, we'll come your way with coverage on Tuesday, July the 14th at 8:15 a.m. approximately, with 9:30 a.m. action as well for the gold and bronze medal matches. Again, we have U16, U18, U21 girls forthcoming, and then we'll join you on Friday with action at 8:15 a.m. Eastern and 9:30 a.m. Eastern as well. There will be links up on USA Field Hockey's pages, but also hit that subscribe button to get notified when we go live with you on Cova Sports TV. As we're getting ready to close up shop here in the last 90 seconds from the B&B Sports Card Studios, where we are watching the United States lead England 4-1 in this Junior and Senior Nexus USA Field Hockey Championship matchup for the 14U Division, third place, presented by Osaka. The United States has not trailed in this one, as they are responding rather nicely from the 3-2 loss they had to Chile, which earlier eked it out in a shootout over Belgium for the gold medal. United States getting that possession back. A lot of white jerseys on the move here towards the circle and the net, with just 32 ticks to go. This will be a satisfying win for Don Warner and company after the loss earlier today, as the U.S. will close out with a 4-1 mark and 21 goals scored versus 10 allowed. England's going to conclude 2-2-1 with 7 goals scored and 11 yielded, as it's just going to be pulled away wisely by Megan Smith to let the horn sound, and the United States will capture the bronze medal and celebrate with their keeper, Arizona Schwartz, who nearly had the shutout. 3 goals from Caroline Bigos, 1 more added on by Liliana Baruto. The lone goal, Alois Main for England. That's going to wrap up our coverage here. I want to thank everybody involved, from our camera operator and producer, Nick Senti. I am Matthew Hatfield, and all those involved with USA Field Hockey saying so long and enjoy the rest of your weekend. This has been a presentation of Cove of Sports TV, brought to you by CHKD Sports Medicine. You've been watching the Junior and Senior Nexus Championships through USA Field Hockey, presented by Osaka.
What does happiness mean to you?
Being in the ocean with you, watching you catch super fun waves.
In Virginia Beach, happiness is breaking barriers and savoring the sunshine.
I couldn't pick a better place or a better person to be with. This is what makes me happy.
Happiness is going all out.
And taking it all in.
Here, happiness is whatever you make it. Find yours in Virginia Beach.